Well, I am in the Marriott Hotel in Oklahoma City by the airport, waiting to get a rental car so I can get home. I guess Tuesday, when I was at the terminal and orientation, had real bad storms came through. And I guess there was a lot of large hail. We didn't get it over there, but I guess other areas did. And a lot of broken windshields, dents and hoods and stuff like that, damaged cars. So, as a result, of course, the insurance company sends you to the windshield place, Safelite or whatever, to get your windshield replaced. Well, everybody needs a rental car. There was not a car to be had anywhere in this city. I met by the airport and they were out. So I couldn't get a car until Saturday morning. And then yesterday, I told them put me on a list for cancellations. And yesterday they called me and told me I'll be able to get one tomorrow morning at 9:30. So I'll have the hotel shuttle run me down there. I'll get the car, come back, load up all my gear. I've got my whole life with me here. I'll be able to get it all in there. I brought it out. I got it in the trunk, and the back seat was filled, but a lot of stuff. Everybody's saying, "Oh, why don't you fly home?" Yeah, right. Ship all this stuff UPS. Not a chance. Too much. So yeah, I came out here to go to work for Western Flyer Express. Oh boy, I'll tell you. First of all, when you deal with one of their recruiters, make sure they work for the company. As it turned out, I thought this woman I was working with was with Western Flyer, but she's not. She's a third-party recruiter, probably works out of her house. They told me in orientation that they pay her $2,000 to $4,000 a week to get people to come to orientation. Well, no wonder she told me everything I wanted to hear. She's getting that kind of money. She lied through her teeth. I had a big long list of things that I asked her at home. Went right on down. Oh yeah, that's a yes and no and yes and no and oh yeah, they have that. Oh yeah, brand new Kenworth. So I'm gonna get brand new Kenworths. So I get here, and when we finally get assigned a truck, they want me to get into a 2017 Freightliner with over 500,000 miles on it, over 500,000 miles on it. Got in it, it was a piece of junk. I said, not a chance. No microwave, no TV, no refrigerator, nothing. So I said, no, not a chance. I'm not driving that piece of garbage. I came from a 2020 Peterbilt at Decker, which was a damn nice truck. And I said, you're going to have to do better than that or I'm out of here. So then they sent me over to see a guy who assigns trucks or deals with them. Of course, they got this lease purchase deal going. I was coming as a company driver. The lease purchase guys, they're getting into something that, well, they don't have a clue. I'll tell you, when you read all about it, watch all the videotapes on YouTube, it's not a good deal for you. It is not. The only one that makes money on that is the company. You'll end up going broke. And then you'll have a truck that's got God knows how many miles on it. Oh, there's a U-Haul truck I could borrow, a van. I'd like to have that. Couldn't get one yesterday. That would work. So anyways, I sat through this orientation I finished it. I went through the 3 days. And then it was at the end of yesterday, almost at the end, that I said, nah, I'm out of here. I'm not interested. And they have some policies that I just don't agree with. Now, obviously, these are deal breakers. They said immediate discharge. All right. Alcohol and drug use, of course, that's a no-brainer. If you're doing drugs and alcohol, you got no business behind the wheel. Failure to report an accident, of course, that's a no-brainer. Tampering with any safety technology on the truck, of course. Dropping the trailer on its nose, of course. But no U-turns anywhere. If you make a U-turn, even bobtailing, immediate discharge. Now, how many of you guys have come into industrial area back there? It's all warehouses and trucks and everything, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're looking for your delivery, and oops, this gate was the truck gate. I passed it. I missed it. So now you can back up and try to get in there, or you get down in the end there and you make a U-turn and you come back and you go in that gate. That is immediate discharge if you do that. Don't matter, 3 o'clock in the morning, no traffic, nobody out there. So I guess I expect you to back all the way up or go 8 miles around how many blocks to get back to the gate. And it's ridiculous, really. I mean, backing down the street at 3 o'clock in the morning without a flag man is even worse. That's more dangerous than making a U-turn, in my opinion. Especially, if it's a big wide one, you make a quick turn around and you go back and go in the truck gate. That is an immediate discharge. And even bobtailing, you're going to pick up a trailer in there. You're not even pulling a trailer. Oh, I missed the gate. So you go down to the end there, and there's a big wide. It's wide enough, 4 lanes. Make a U-turn, come back, go in the gate. Immediate discharge. And I somewhat understand that, but there's got to be a little wiggle room here. Like I said, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're in an industrial area, and most of these places, their gates are closed. You can't get in them to turn around in a parking lot. The only option you have is, like I said, go how many blocks around to come back down that street. But really, the one that really gets me was if you get a DOT, well, there's a couple of them. If you get a DOT inspection, now they're going to give me a truck with 500,000 miles on it. What do you think the odds are that I'm going to get pulled around the scales and get a DOT inspection and pass with flying colors with a truck that used? What are the odds? I mean, even a little marker light out. Okay, so he says, you know what, it's daylight, get it fixed at the next truck stop. But I'm going to write you a warning. Well, if you get a warning ticket, they take $100 out of your paycheck. And then if you get an actual ticket, they take $100 out of your paycheck, plus you have to pay the ticket. So it's nuts, I mean, you can't be driving down the road and be the mechanic too. I mean, you are somewhat. When you do your pre-trip in the morning, you check everything on the truck to make sure everything's proper and working correctly. But you got a light that burns out and it's daylight, you're going to get it fixed. I'm going to stop at the Loves up here and get a bulb put in, and not a big deal. But meanwhile, I get pulled in the scales around back and they give me a warning ticket because the lights burned out. They're going Western Flying Express is going to take $100 out of my paycheck for that. A warning. Yeah, they'll take $100 from you. Unauthorized passengers, that's understandable. If you get caught with anybody in your truck that's not supposed to be there, it's I don't know. All the stuff that woman told me on the phone did not turn out to be that way when I got there to orientation. In my opinion, this is a smaller version of JB Hunter Swift. And like I said, of course, they're giving all the new Kenworths and the new trucks to these lease purchase guys. I wanted to be a company driver. Put me in a piece of crap, junk, 500,000 mile Freightliner. No way. So I don't know. If you're going to go to work for them, do your homework. That's all I can say. And when you're talking to the recruiter, see if they work for the company or if they're one of these so-called third-party recruiters, because they're getting paid big bucks. They told me $2,000 to $4,000 a week they're paying this woman to bring people in. So she's going to tell me everything I want to hear. Of course she is. For that kind of money, I'd be doing it too. I'd be lying to you. So yeah, it's a scam. It's really. I wouldn't even consider it if you see their ads coming up, and then another thing too, the miles, what they tell you on the phone, what she says that you're going to get paid is not the same as when you get here. Oh no, we're not paying you that much. So there's a bunch of crap like that. But the best one is you may not stop on the shoulder of a road anywhere unless it's an absolute emergency. Now, I'm not just talking the shoulder of the road out on the highway, which I agree. Do not stop and park on the shoulder of the highway. Traffic flying by 80 miles an hour, people are looking at their phones, boom, they're going to drive right into your trailer because they're distracted. So I would get off an exit ramp, but you don't park there either because traffic coming off the ramp's doing 78 miles an hour, and if they're not watching, they drive under your trailer, people are going to be dead. So I'd go across the intersection, or the road, down the on-ramp and park on the shoulder. And then that's where traffic is only going like 30 miles an hour to merge with the freeway. And oftentimes I would sleep there because I always left my lights on, marker lights, day or night. Never sat dark, blacked out. That's dangerous. You got to have your lights on so people can see you. And you just stopped in 3 truck stops on the way by. Looked in there, they're jam-packed, not a spot to be had. There's no parking there available. You get to a rest area, jam-packed, there's no place to park. Walmart, nope, no trucks allowed. They got big concrete barriers so you can't get in there. So what are we supposed to do? So, I would oftentimes, when I was driving with Decker, I would sleep on the shoulder, but it would be like I said, on the on-ramp, where the traffic's not flying by you and well off the road. It was about the only chance you had. And even that is immediate discharge. Now, here's a better one. You got to pee. You cannot stop. Pull off on the exit and on the shoulder, take a quick pee, get back in and go. Immediate discharge if you stop for that. So what are you supposed to do? You know, you're drinking coffee all day. I'm an old man. My bladder ain't what it used to be, so I pee a lot. And you're going down the road, you got 81 miles to the next rest area. And if you get into a truck stop, how much time is that going to take you to get in there, find a parking spot, back in, go in and use the bathroom, and then come back out and get going again? So you get off the road and you pee. Big deal. That's an immediate discharge. So I asked myself, well, what are we supposed to do? Where are we supposed to sleep, first of all? And where are we supposed to stop if we have to go to the bathroom? You know, I'm not like I was when I started 40 some years ago, about 40 years ago. My bladder ain't what it used to be. I could go 10 hours without peeing, even though I'm drinking coffee all day long. But not anymore. You start getting old and those things don't work as well as they used to. But yeah, that was a real deal breaker there for me, not for them, for me. When I can't even stop to go to the bathroom and I have to piss my pants in the truck because I'm going to get fired for stopping 30 seconds on the shoulder of an on-ramp or exit ramp. That's unacceptable. I don't know. It's crazy. Now, when I was with Decker and I got fuel, I had the option to get cash advance when I'm paying at the pump, up to $100. And once in a while I would do that, but not often. You go in and get your $100. Western Flyer Express, if you do that, they're going to charge you $5 to get that $100. Or if you get $20, they're going to charge you $5 to get a cash advance. So that was another one. And these, they have the cameras outward, obviously, which I don't have a problem with those because you need those. People are doing stupid stuff out there, and you want to make sure you get it on video. If they do something and they say, oh, it's the truck driver's fault. Well, no, it's not. Here's the evidence right here. Here's the video of the stupid shit they did. So it can save your butt. But the thing is, the inward-facing one, they claim that the camera's not on. And they said you could even cover it up with a piece of tape if you want, if you don't believe them. But the audio is always on. The mic is always on. So that means they're listening to your conversation. You're having a personal conversation with your wife on the phone with your little thing in your ear. You're not holding your phone. You're not playing with your phone. You're looking down the road and driving and talking. What's the problem there? Well, they're listening to every word you say. Your conversation is no longer personal. And they can say that, oh, no, it's not an invasion of privacy. It's our equipment. We have a right to protect it. So, I don't know. I can go on and on and on. There were just too many things that I said, no, this is no good. And, you know, like I said, right off the bat, when they wanted to put me in that piece of junk, with the experience I have, and having driven nice trucks before, I like Freightliners, but not old ones with 500,000 miles on them. Cascadias are nice trucks. And I would have had to buy my own microwave and anything like my own TV. They have the hookup for the satellite, but no TV in there. So I don't know. I would really double check and do your homework if you answer one of their ads and recruiters call you and try to get you to come to orientation down here. Now they said it costs $7,500 per recruit. They paid a rental car from Toledo. First of all, this is another thing that's kind of strange. They sent me all the way to Dallas, put me in a hotel. The shuttle driver took us over to get our drug test, back to the hotel, and then drove up here, 3 hours up here to Oklahoma City for orientation. I don't understand. There's nobody in Oklahoma City that can do a drug test? So that was kind of weird to begin with. But I figured, you know, it's their car, it's their money. I don't care. They're paying the bill. And then we get up here, and I don't know. It just, like I said, the longer I sat in there and listened, the more discouraged I got to begin with. So yeah, but they paid my rental car from Toledo all the way to Dallas and back up here. And I turned it in down at the airport. They paid for the hotel every night, and it was a junk hotel. It was a dump. It was actually a Radisson, and there was not a refrigerator or a microwave in any of the rooms. one ice machine on the first floor. So if I wanted to put some pop in the sink and keep it cold, I'd have to go all the way down to the first floor, which I was taking my garbage basket instead of the ice bucket because it's so small. I'd taken the waste basket down, filling it full of ice, come up here and dump it in the sink. And this one, it's got one right down the hall, and a refrigerator, so, and a microwave if you want it. But it's a Marriott, much better hotel. And I'm surprised that actually Radisson put their name on that other one, that building. I wouldn't want my name on that building. I'll tell you, you're sitting in the bathroom and you're looking at that grout and that tile on the floor. It was a lousy job of tiling that they did to begin with, all out of line and mishmashed. And then the grout in between the tiles was so filthy, it looked like it hadn't been scrubbed or cleaned. You could see a little clean spot over here in the corner, but everywhere else, it was like brown and God knows what was on that floor. So it was, it was a dump. It really was. Couldn't get any coffee. You could get it in the morning, but if you went down, try and get some coffee at night, no, we don't have coffee at night. I said, you got a hotel full of truck drivers and you don't have coffee cooking? No, we don't make it at night, only in the daytime or in the morning. And of course, they provided you breakfast when the cook showed up. A couple days there, I don't eat breakfast, but the other guys, they couldn't get breakfast because the cook didn't show up in the morning. So, good help's hard to get. But yeah, I don't know. It's, like I said, if you're thinking about Western Flyer Express, you better give it some hard thoughts and do your homework and research. You see them drivers out there, talk to them. And I would never get into that lease purchase. You are really getting screwed on that deal. I sat and listened to them, and they're telling you how much money you're going to make and all this crap. And at the end of the day, you're not going to make any more money than I am as a company driver. And no headaches. I don't know what the you want to be an owner-operator, I guess. That's why you do it. I don't know. But you're responsible, and then you got to pay for your fuel costs and all that other stuff that goes along with it, your bobtail insurance, and it's expensive to do that. And but they pay a higher rate, of course, so you can make some money, but you ain't going to make much more than I do driving as a company driver. So I would definitely stay away from those lease purchase things. Oh yeah, 0 down, no credit check, $1 will put you in a truck. And at the end of the lease, no balloon payment. When you pay it off, you can get another one, turn it in, get a new one, start over again, or it's yours. So I don't know, but it's not for me. Not at my age. I'm too old to make that kind of commitment. I would just go to the bank and get the money and buy my own truck and put it on with somebody if I was going to be an owner-operator. But yeah, I've been in this game for a long time. Long time, since 1980. So, and this is what, 2021? Yeah, I would really think hard and long about going with this company. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about them. And like I said, I'm sitting at the Marriott now. I couldn't get a rental car because they didn't have any. I finally was supposed to get one Saturday, but finally they called me and said they had a cancellation tomorrow, or one's coming in early. So I'm going to be able to get out of here tomorrow morning at 9:30 and go get the car, bring it back here, load my stuff up, and head to Toledo. 14-hour drive. So, anyways, that's what I think of Western Flyer Express. Not for me, man. It's up to you.